stand by for a priority communication from Supreme Chancellor Leontine Suresh of the Galactic Republic.
Captain, congratulations again on your defeat of the Void Wolf. I require a moment of your time to discuss matters of galactic security.
Doesn't matter if I'm talking or blasting. I charge a flat fee. Can you afford it?
I'm prepared to negotiate for your special expertise. We're facing a foe I believe you can provide special insight into. The Hutt Cartel has invaded Republic space and seized the planet Makeb. We will respond to this unprovoked act of aggression in full force. My War Council will be convening on Keylander Station in the Makeb system. I ask that you join us immediately.
I'll set a course for the Makeb system right now.
Proceed to the conference chamber on Keylander Station. I'll meet you there. Please hurry. We must act quickly and decisively against the Hutt's aggression.
Most cordial greetings. I am Zen Thrilo, Republic Protocol Officer. Welcome to Makeb and Keylander Station. Please hold all questions. Supreme Chancellor Suresh and her delegation are arriving.
I ask everyone here with me to honor this brave captain, who thwarted an attack on the Republic by no less than an Imperial Grand Admiral.
Oh, I thought you were throwing me a surprise party. Not that I'll turn down another job, but I wouldn't mind a little blowout bash once in a while.
Forgive me for placing business ahead of pleasure. Hazard of the office. Victory over the Empire lies within our grasp. But first, we must face a cowardly act of unwarranted aggression. Supreme Commander Malcolm.
13 days ago, the Hutt Cartel violated Republic space and seized the planet Makeb. They've blockaded the system with 30 Ajur-class heavy cruisers.
Makeb's citizens have formally pledged to join the Republic if we respond to their crisis. We will not abandon them to the Hutt's brutality.
I hate to suggest my way out of a job, but everyone has a price. Make the cartel a generous offer, and they'll go.
I don't negotiate with despots who take planets hostage.
Severe atmospheric conditions on Makeb make large-scale troop landings impossible. We need help from local resistance forces to pull this off.
One of Makeb's business leaders, Shalem Avesta, is awaiting you on the surface. I want you working closely with him.
I'm surprised the planet's army didn't put up a fight. Or did the Hutts defeat them?
Makeb's entire military strength came from hired mercenaries. The Hutts simply bought them off. Liberating Makeb is your top priority, but I want the Hutts' ambitions ended permanently. Grandmaster Satil Shan has insight regarding our enemy's future plans.
The Jedi Council has meditated on the cartel's actions. We believe that Makeb is a staging point for a larger attack on the entire galaxy.
The Hutts will not be allowed to expand their dominion at our expense.
No planet deserves Hutt rule. I'll see the galaxy safe from their kind if I have to kick every last one straight into the void myself.
I'll settle for a crippling strike that reminds them of their place. A shuttle will transport you to Shalem Avesta's encampment on the surface. Go now, and show the galaxy the Republic is not to be trifled with.
You're one of the Republic heroes come to free my homeworld. You're just... wow. I wish we'd joined the Republic ages ago.
Your people could have joined us when the Sith Empire returned to the galaxy. What stopped you?
That was before my time, but we've always minded our own business and not gotten involved in other people's fights. Stupid, huh? I was here when the Hutts blocked all of Makeb's comm channels. Haven't been able to get a signal from my family since. No idea what's happened down there.
The Hutts don't treat conquered people well, if you're lucky. Your family members are just slaves.
Then we better get going. Don't know if they told you, but Makeb's atmosphere's a real mess. Most ships get torn to bits by electrical storms on entry. My baby's got special ion shields to absorb the electromagnetic interference, but we're still in for a rough ride. Hopefully we won't land in little pieces.
Electromagnetic interference? That lightning will shake us like a rattle. You'd better know how to fly this thing.
I've flown 500 clean insertions, Captain, but you know what they say. There's always a last time. My shuttle's prepped. Hop aboard and we'll be on our way. Might want to take your anti-nausea stims, too.
Welcome, Captain. I'm Shalem. The Supreme Chancellor says you're one of the Republic's foremost experts on the Hutt Cartel. My family helped found Makeb. Avesta Mining has led our business council for decades. I was practically chief of state before the cartel's takeover. It wasn't an easy decision. But if joining the Republic is the only way to reclaim my home world's freedom, so be it.
Personally, I would have offered the Republic a little less than your whole planet. How'd a high roller like you get suckered into this deal?
Supreme Chancellor Suresh required a full commitment to the Republic. Given the circumstances, I couldn't refuse. Ilusov is a former mercenary with the interstellar regulators. Until recently, Makeb's trusted private army and police force.
Quit when the regulators sold out to the Hutts. I don't betray a client for credits.
Exceptions like him notwithstanding, the cartel bought off the regulator forces and turned our former protectors against us.
Hutts tend to wallow in their riches, not waste them on pricey takeovers. Any idea what lit the fire under their tails?
I didn't stick around to hear the whole sales pitch. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I still don't know why this has happened. We've conducted peaceful business with the Hutt Cartel for years.
Casualty and damage reports coming in. Talau City got rattled pretty hard, but no injuries. Lucky.
That's the 5th groundquake since the Hutt's takeover. The last one leveled the Taigan mining colony. They're still pulling bodies from the rubble.
These groundquakes started after the Hutts invaded? Doesn't sound like a coincidence.
You aren't the first to voice that thought. My niece Lemda is a respected geophysicist. She joined our resistance to prove there's a link between the groundquakes and the Hutt's deep core mining.
She was taking seismic readings on a deserted mesa when a whole company of regulators swarmed in. We lost contact with her.
I sent search parties to bring Lemda back, but they aren't trained or equipped to fight a mercenary force of that size.
I came to drive the cartel off Makeb, not investigate ground tremors or babysit your niece.
Please, this is important. The Hutts would never have sent that many regulators after Lemda without good reason.
Getting reports from our search parties. Dozens of regulators have pushed them back to the landing zone. We lose that, we'll never find Lemda.
This could all be a waste of time. If the regulators found her, she's already dead.
Even if that's true, her research findings may have survived. If I have to lose my niece, I'd rather it not be in vain. Take my personal shuttle to Frin Mesa. Lane Farrow is our man at the landing zone.
Shalem Avesta sent us. You're in charge here?
Reinforcements! We're saved! Trosk, it's... just get over here!
Speak up, Lane. Not sure the whole mesa heard you. My name's Prosk, in case Slick here didn't enunciate clearly. Kid's an accountant. Barely knows which way to point a blaster. Can't say I'm much better. Used to be a mining foreman. We've set up barricades, but they're not doing much against the regulators. What's the plan, boss?
If you can't tell the difference between friend and foe, holster your weapon and lie on the ground until this is over.
Why are you looking at me?
Scouts report regulators headed this way. Big group.
Everyone's manning a barricade. Find one and dig in. I didn't know anyone could shoot that fast. The regulators never had a chance.
I'll drink to that, Slick. Those mercs will think twice about hitting us again. We owe you one.
Saving people's sort of my second job. Actually, it's more of a hobby. Doesn't pay as well as you'd think.
If it did, I bet you could retire. Shalem sent you to find Lemda, right? Bring back his whatever niece in her research. We haven't had much luck there.
Her campsite was ransacked. The regulators must have already captured her and confiscated all the research data. Shalem's right. She found something important.
You really think they took her alive? Those mercenaries seem like the type to shoot her on sight.
The regulators don't clean up after themselves. If they'd killed Lambda, we would have found a body. My gut says she's still alive.
Scanners indicate no one except you has landed on or left the mesa since the regulators came. That means she's still here. Probably at one of their camps.
Great. There's half a dozen camps and no way to pinpoint which one she's at. Have to keep hitting them until she turns up.
If you think I'll do all the fighting while you people sit here taking it easy, you're nuts.
We'll do what we can, but we barely have enough people to hold this landing zone.
A few of our search parties never made it back. You find any other prisoners, send them here.
Someone here might know how to slice the regulators' comm frequency and find out what they're doing. Ask around, Prosk.
Slick takes charge with his big brain. On it, boss.
We'll hold this landing zone as long as it takes. Good luck.
Red Team, come in. This is Vice Commandant Grevin. We've scanned heavy fire in your zone. Status report.
That's a real fancy title, Grevin. Did you make it up yourself?
I command regulator forces on this whole hemisphere. You've got two choices. Surrender now, or die. You're outnumbered by troops who have run ops in 30 systems. Our victory rate is 100%. You got lucky this time. It won't happen again. You should have taken the hint. I command the regulators, and I've got plenty of reinforcements to throw your way. Now they're angry.
The longer you waste my time, the worse it'll be when I find you.
Good luck with that. My regulators get double pay to bring me your head.
It's Prosk. You read? We sliced the Merc's comm network. Hearing all kinds of interesting chatter. Whatever you're doing, it's paying off. The Mercs have pulled back. The landing zone's all ours.
Take the battle to them. Chase that scum off the nearest cliff.
Understood. We'll keep listening to the Merc's bellyache, too. Might learn something we can use. Keep up the pressure.
Prosk, come in. We've taken out multiple regulator camps. Still no sign of Lambda.
Scouts report you've got those mercenaries chasing their own tails. Lambda has to be nearby. I'll take some men out and cover more ground.
Think you're clever? Killing my people? Slicing our comm channel? Every time you hit us, the Hutts crack down even harder on the nice people of Makeb. They're dying because of you.
Those deaths are on your head, not mine.
Make your peace while you can.
Prosk, do you read? Another camp down and still no Lambda. Any luck on your end?
Hang on. Getting a distress call. It's her! Patching through!
Blast, is this stupid thing working? Hello? Hello?
We read you, Lambda. Your uncle sent a rescue team. The Republic's here, look!
Shalem didn't send more?
He told us you're a respected geophysicist. You look like a student. How old are you?
I received my doctorate 8 years ago. I was 16. Intimidated yet? My guards abandoned their posts and left me alone. You must be the murdering scum they went after. I broke free and ran to the nearest quake shelter. I'm the only person here. Sending you coordinates.
For all we know, the regulators let you go. Maybe we're walking right into an ambush.
Do I have to save myself? Wait, what was that noise? Is that on your end?
Lost her. They're blocking her signal. My team's close to that quake shelter. Meet you there.
You got a lot of my friends killed today. Grevin said I could return the favor.
Hi there. Don't mind me.
You scum!
The shelter's collapsing! We have to get out!
Let's end this!
The shelter's coming down! Can't we leave already?
Who built this? The lowest bidder?
Go!
or we're dead!
There's never been a groundquake like that in Makeb's history. Geologic instability has increased 1,000-fold since the Hutt takeover. Seismic readings and core stability fluctuations both indicate impending catastrophe. These groundquakes are the direct result of Hutt deep core mining that's going to destroy Makeb.
Did you fall and hit your head? Not even the Hutts have the power to break a planet.
I didn't know I was speaking to a fellow geophysicist. Oh wait, I'm not. Every scrap of data I collected here proves the Hutt Cartel's deep drilling has destabilized Makeb. These groundquakes are only the start. Entire mesas will collapse. After that, gravitational decay will strip away the atmosphere, kill everything. Makeb will become totally uninhabitable.
So much for my vacation plans. How do we get off this rock while we can still breathe?
I am not writing off my home world. Not if there's a way to stop its destruction. I think there's a way to save Makeb, but I need you to work with me. I'll warn you now. I'm snappish. Everyone says so. It's not personal.
If you want help, how about thanking me for saving your life?
I also have gratitude issues. Thanks for the rescue. Oh, good. Someone else to talk to.
You made it! We followed Prosk's signal and... where's Prosk?
I'm sorry. He didn't... He's gone.
Get her on a shuttle back to Shalem. The regulators are scattered. They shouldn't give you any trouble.
If they try, I'll shoot them all.
Meet me at Uncle Shalem's office. We need to figure out a plan. Fast. This is nothing, Uncle. I've run the numbers. 2 days, maybe less. And your office is at the bottom of a sinkhole.
At least your expensive education has finally amounted to something.
Told you I'd repay that loan. Bet you're wishing you'd listened to me sooner. Not dismissed me as a loudmouth conservationist.
Captain, come in. Lambda told me of your incredible heroics. I'm impressed. We suspected Makeb was becoming unstable, but I had no idea things were this bad. We never should have let the Hutt Cartel establish their mining operation.
You held back a lot of bad news, Shalem. Why didn't you tell us about the planet's instability?
I didn't want to cause a panic. Makeb's people must stand together. Only through unity can we overcome this crisis.
Know what doesn't help right now? Speeches. Unless I'm talking. The regulators who held me hostage were a chatty bunch. Mostly filthy language and bragging about their blasters, but the leader said something interesting. He mentioned Project Failsafe, a Hutt emergency plan if their mining went wrong. That mercenary believed the Hutts have something to instantly stabilize Makeb.
Did this mercenary say anything else about Project Failsafe? Where it is? How it works?
The conversation dried up when you started attacking their camps. Not that I'm ungrateful.
Millions could die while we wait for the Hutts to act. We need to claim Project Failsafe for ourselves before it's too late.
To Laos City, the Hutt Embassy database.
Ilasof's right. Data on Project Failsafe would be stored in the Hutt Embassy's computers in Laos City. Unfortunately, that's under cartel control. We need Chief Hercule, Laos City's former security commander. He and a few loyal men have a hidden camp outside the city. They'll get you inside the city and embassy.
Why is he hiding outside the city? Did he get fired as security commander?
In a manner of speaking. The Hutts put a death mark on his head. The Hutts control Laos City and the surrounding area. You'll have to land a shuttle in the countryside. Expect plenty of regulators. Chief Hercule's camp is hidden at these coordinates.
Don't die. You're all we've got.
Chief Hercule, Shalem Avesta sent us. He says you know my way into the Hutt Embassy.
You're one of the Republic's big shots, huh? Forgive the stench. Showers are scarce out here. Hutt Embassy's locked up tight. Used to have a fancy-pants bureaucrat helping us inside, Representative Eklund, but he's gone quiet. Probably dead. Good news is, the cartel hasn't changed anything at their embassy. Got the same turrets, droids, passcodes I set up for them. Lazy Hutts.
How do you know they haven't set up new procedures and kept them secret?
The other great thing about Hutts? They're overconfident. Never expected to be facing the likes of you, either. You want inside the Hutt Embassy, you'll have to finesse 3 layers of security. First layer is heavy turrets in the courtyard. The only good thing to come out of these groundquakes is that they expose the turret power generators. Overload those, and turrets lose their punch.
Our mission would be a lot simpler if we could take down the entire power grid.
Even if I knew how to cause a blackout, the city's computers need energy, and you need computers. Security Layer 2 is the embassy's main door. 3 meters of reinforced durasteel. Even a lightsaber would take hours to cut through. But the door will unlock for a diplomatic passcode. You can generate one by accessing the government building's secure terminal.
I remember when all you needed to bust open a building was detonite and attitude.
The good old days. I miss them too. Last but not least are the security droids. Top-of-the-line Arcanian models. Nasty disposition. Shoot intruders on sight. Good news is they can be reprogrammed. The droid control station in my old security HQ will do the trick.
Sounds like you just volunteered for the job. Have fun.
Every regulator in the city knows my face. Wouldn't get 10 meters. You'll make it at least twice that far. Hit those objectives and I guarantee you'll get inside the embassy. Whether you find your answers is a different matter. If Representative Eklund's still alive, maybe help him escape. He's a fuss budget, but basically all right. I'll keep a comm channel open when I can.
Acknowledging new ident code. Greetings, Senior Command Unit 223.
Good to know Chief Herquill's codes are still valid.
Feel free to inspect the embassy. You will find everything in order.
Wait, please. I'm an unarmed civilian. Representative Eklund with the Makeb Provisional Authority Council. I'm the official liaison to the Hutt Cartel. Whatever you need, I'll make sure you get it. Just don't hurt me.
I ought to take your head back to Shalem as a present. You sold out to the Hutts, didn't you?
I am working with them. Shalem doesn't understand the situation. Like it or not, the Hutts control Makeb now. Our only option is to cooperate, make the best of our new situation. Instead, Shalem stirs up trouble. He doesn't realize how much worse the Hutts could make things for us.
If you think the Hutts respect you for rolling over, guess again. While you negotiate, the cartel's mining right through Makeb's core.
The only reason we're alive to debate that insane rumor is because of my negotiations. It doesn't even make sense. The Hutts are here on the planet too. If Makeb is destroyed, they die with it.
The Hutts have something called Project Failsafe, but they'll push this planet to the brink of destruction before using it.
Say I believed you. Wouldn't I want definite proof before risking my life to stop them? If this Project Failsafe exists, there must be some record of it in the embassy's archives. I'll get you access to them. But the Hutts are on high alert. They've already summoned reinforcements. You'll have to deal with them. I'll meet you in the archive room.
I was hoping you'd say there's a secret passage that'll take us right where we need to go.
Any passage wide enough for the Hutts wouldn't be very secret. You worry about those reinforcements. I'll make sure we can access the Hutt archives. Good luck.
Security protocols have been disabled. Eklund came through.
Almost. I ran when I heard the fighting. Let me finish this. The Hutt in charge of Makeb is named Taboro. If Project Failsafe exists, there should be some reference to it in his communication logs.
The Hutts are bound to be sending more reinforcements. We haven't got much time.
Here, a holo from someone named Vidrig has a Project Failsafe tag. Let's hear what it says.
Greetings, O great and glorious Taboro. I'm happy to report that Project Failsafe is both on schedule and under budget. Your Grand Arc is approaching completion.
Ever met this Vidrig before? He sounds like a used speeder salesman.
I've heard the name once, but this is the first I've seen of him. Hideous fellow.
As these schematics illustrate, the Ark's ingenious outer layer will completely shield the vessel and its precious contents from Makeb's atmospheric unpleasantness. The cargo hold will store your entire Isotope 5 stockpile, while your chosen few companions travel in luxurious comfort on the Ark's upper decks.
Taboro's building a starship to evacuate the Hutts and transport this Isotope 5 off-world. Whatever that stuff is, it's worth Makeb's destruction.
We've never mined anything called Isotope 5. It must be something the Hutts discovered.
Mighty Taboro, may I suggest replacing the standard passenger cabins with deluxe suites more suited to a Hutt of your stature? I can easily add them before the Ark's completion.
Someone needs to make that Hutt suffer. I nominate me.
Taboro's filth. No one's arguing that. Especially not me right now. But killing him doesn't solve the real problem. Makeb will be destroyed, and millions will die. But if we steal the Ark, we could use it to evacuate the entire planet.
I thought there were millions of people on Makeb. Will they all fit inside that ship?
You saw the schematics. If we convert the cargo hold for passengers, the Ark should have enough room for everyone. There are only so many places the Hutts could hide such a massive project. We have to find it.
Maybe it's time to interrogate Vidrig's employer. Where do we find that slimy Hutt?
Taboro would never trust a native like me with his location. Besides, we need to get our hands on the Ark first. I'll scour these archives and transmit everything I find to Shalem. Given the circumstances, I feel rather unsafe remaining here. There's a shuttle pad nearby. If you remove the guards and unlock the shuttles, we could all fly away safely.
You're alive. Guess my advice worked, huh? Shalem told me to patch you through right away.
We're already analyzing the project failsafe plans Representative Eklund transmitted to us. They're sickening. Taboro the Hutt is masterminding the greatest crime in galactic history. With Vidrig's Ark, they'll escape Makeb and leave us all to die. We can't let that happen.
The only way that Ark's leaving is with us at the helm and Makeb's people safe inside it.
If there's any justice in the galaxy, we'll get to see the look on Taboro's face as we depart in his starship.
I matched the Ark's construction site map to topographic readings. The Ark's being built at a secret facility inside the giant sphere. That's a big tourist trap, a mesa with a hollow interior. Too dangerous to colonize, but perfect for hiding an Ark's construction.
There's no way the Hutts could have started a major construction project inside a planetary landmark without attracting attention.
We closed all access to the giant sphere out of safety concerns months ago. At Taboro's urging, he duped us.
Contact me when you're at the giant sphere. I'll help you plan this attack. It won't be an easy fight.
Don't look at me. I've got a city to evacuate. Good luck.
Alisov, we're at the giant sphere. What have you got for us?
We set probe droids to scan the zone ahead of you. Their readings, not good news. Regulator fire teams are patrolling the site. Some of Vice Commandant Greven's finest, backed by top lieutenants from the Hutt Cartel. Everyone's packing military hardware.
Any chance Greven is commanding these forces? It'd be nice to have another talk with him.
Doesn't look like it. Too bad. That son of a Hutt deserves to fry with the rest of his two-faced traitors. The Ark construction site's behind a triple-plated Durasteel blast door. Takes 3 separate keycards to open the thing. Only cartel representatives carry them. Guess the Hutts only trust the regulators up to a point. You need to find the cartel's top lieutenants and get their keycards.
Would it be faster to blast the door down? If I don't have the firepower, I'm sure somebody here does.
You'd be at it for days. One thing Hutts know how to make is strong doors. Contact me when you've unlocked the blast door. I'll let you know if we find anything else in these files. Good luck.
Alisov, we're through the blast door.
Good. Seal it behind you. There ought to be a control panel nearby. Scramble the security codes. That'll keep reinforcements from following you. Schematics for the Ark construction site are a mess. Can't tell what half the symbols mean. Just do whatever it takes to secure the Ark, and good luck.
This is insane. My men are working triple overtime and we're still falling behind.
Work faster.
That's not... Look, we both know Vidrig's skimming off the top. If this keeps up, we'll never finish the arc.
You got a big mouth, Tiero. Maybe I'll shut it for you. Deborah can find a new foreman tomorrow. One who doesn't make trouble. Hey, I know you. Deborah's offering a fortune to anyone who gets you dead.
Republic, huh? Don't know what they're doing on Makeb, but thanks. These cartel idiots won't listen to reason. I tried calling for help and get a blaster shoved in my face. The Hutts work us to death, treat us like slaves, no, like animals.
We're here for the Ark, not your laundry list of complaints.
Sure, why would anybody listen to the foreman? Thanks to Vidrig, the Ark's weeks behind schedule. My crew can't finish the ship while that slimy Deveronian's selling off its components.
Vidrig. Fast talker, horns on his head, likes kissing up to Hutts.
Oh, you know him. I'll tell my crew to lay low. Put Vidrig in his place, and we'll help you out however we can.
Got the best Ugnaught engineer in 4 sectors on retainer. She's a genius with electro-plumbing.
You'll have the classiest refresher in Coruscant, boss.
Still can't decide what to put in the sonic shower. Felucian Glimmerstones look so elegant, but I love Rylothian onyx tile.
Why settle for just one? They're both excellent gravestones, and your days are numbered.
You're that Republic hero Taboros screaming about on the Hollow. The cartel's so worried they're paying double to finish the arc ahead of schedule. That's on top of what they're offering to kill you. Never let it be said I'm not generous in defeat. You can have this incredible marvel of starship design at a 20% discount. 30%?
Do you prefer quick executions? I'm leaning towards slow and painful myself.
I'm hoping to bid you up. How about temporary crippling? I admit the ship needs a little work, but she's almost ready to fly. Besides, being incomplete means there's room to customize. Let me live, and I'll have this baby ready to leave the atmosphere in no time. You won't find a better offer, trust me.
You must think I'm a complete idiot. Don't answer that. In fact, shut up.
This one's actually useful. We can put him to work.
Anything you want. I'll get my welding gloves.
Haven't had contact with the outside in weeks. This is Foreman Tiero, and Republic forces calling from Giant Spear. Does anyone read?
Loud and clear, Tiero. We sent those Republic forces. What's the Ark status? Is it secure?
Go ahead. Give him the bad news about the Ark.
It's incomplete, but... is the Ark that important?
Foreman, this is Shalem Avesta. Makeb's core is tearing apart, and we can't stop it. That Ark is our people's only hope of escape. If I send you every able body I have and guarantee your safety, can you finish the Ark in time to evacuate our world?
I'll blast it well try.
The Hutts are surely organizing a counterattack. We're forming a battle plan to defeat it. We'll brief you back here. Hurry!
If the Hutts are striking back, should we leave these workers in the Ark unguarded?
You lock the main blast door. We can hold out until reinforcements get here. Vidrig kept a private shuttle pad nearby. You can take his transport while we get to work.
You really stuck it to the Hutts this time, Captain. Without the Ark, the cartel can't profit from Makeb's destruction.
I wouldn't trust that hunk of junk as a doorstop. If you don't have your own way off this rock, you better find one.
Foreman Tiero is one of the best shipmen on Makeb. He'll get the job done, if we protect his construction site. We intercepted priority signals from the cartel. Every regulator in this hemisphere has been ordered to retake the Ark, at all costs.
If we knew the regulator army's staging point, we could potentially cut them off.
Surest way to close any deal is by blocking the competition from bidding.
Some refugees know how to use a blaster. I'll organize the security force to protect the Ark. Navigator, we'll need your shuttle. Come on.
My people are scouting for regulator activity and reporting what they find. We've identified one major staging area.
The Fingers. Originally one mesa, until a quake redecorated the place. Now, it's held together by a series of interconnected energy fields, light bridges.
The regulators store heavy artillery and weapon caches there. If those mercenaries rearm, they'll blast us to oblivion.
If the splintered mesa is barely held together, one strong quake will wipe out these weapons for good.
Too much to hope for. Seismic forecast models indicate the Fingers are safe for the short term. If I'm wrong, feel free to complain.
You're our best shot at taking out those caches and artillery before the enemy reaches them. We know the Regulators' army also includes war droids and a battle platform. We're still scouting for those.
Translation. He's finding lots of ways to risk your life.
Nice of you to admit you dragged the Republic into this mess so we could fight your battles for you.
Take it out on the Regulators.
Once you've destroyed the artillery and weapon caches in the Fingers, contact me. I should have additional targets by then. Good luck.
Shalem, come in. The Regulators' weapon caches are all destroyed.
Outstanding. I hope you're ready for more. We've detected an army of war droids massing for an attack. If those war droids make it across that bridge, they'll slaughter everyone in their path, including us.
You said the war droids are already in place. Why haven't they moved in?
We think they're awaiting orders from the Regulator Command Center. We're still hunting for that. The war droids are holding position for now, but you could lure them out by transmitting false orders from the mercenary army's comm towers. Once the droids are halfway across the light bridge, you could deactivate it. Drop the whole army into the depths.
What a waste of perfectly good droids. Is there any way to reprogram them to fight for us?
The master control is out of our reach. There simply isn't time. Slice into the mercenary comm towers, transmit the false marching orders, and deactivate the light bridge at the perfect moment. Good luck.
Huh? The war droid army is gone for good. The Regulators will think twice before setting foot on that light bridge.
I know the cost per unit of those war droids. Between them and the weapons you destroyed, the Regulators are over 300 million credits in the red.
I won't be happy until we make the billion mark. What else can we blow up?
We finally tracked down the main mercenary base. A floating battle platform called the Storm Carrier. Vice Commandant Grevin, the mercenary leader, is gathering troops there. We can't let Grevin's forces reach the Ark. The only way to stop the Storm Carrier is by overloading its power reactors to meltdown.
I could sure use a floating battle platform. Too bad Regulator stink never washes out.
Honestly, it's a hideous-looking thing. You deserve something far more stylish. Sending you the Storm Carrier's coordinates. Our scouts report there's a Regulator shuttle near your position. You can fly it directly to the enemy and take them completely by surprise. Everything's riding on this. May fortune smile on us all.
Warning. Warning. Reactors 2, 5, and 8. Approaching critical mass. Carrier cooling system has been disabled.
I knew you were ruthless, but you'd destroy this carrier. Kill everyone aboard just to make a point. If I didn't have to shoot you, I'd give you a job.
I've been hoping we'd meet. You've been on my to-kill list since I got here.
What a coincidence. You're on my list too. Once you're dead, the cartel's paying us more than we'd earn in a lifetime from this planet's idiot government. Makeb can burn for all we care. So can your Republic. Isotope 5 will change everything. Once they're done mining Makeb, the Hutts will own this galaxy.
People have written off the Republic before. Somehow, it always outlives them.
You've cost me a fortune today, but I can still recover my expenses. Time to settle your debt.
Warning. Total reactor network meltdown in progress. Abandon ship. Repeat. Abandon ship.
Thought you might need a lift. Hang on, I'm coming in.
People of Makeb, your heroes return.
Watch out. Uncle Shalem's running for president of whatever planet we all move to.
Makeb's most mysterious ally is now our savior. Thank you, Captain, for driving back the regulators and securing the Ark.
When I landed on Makeb, it was just another job for the Supreme Chancellor. Now I know you. I felt your pain. I know the sting of hot fury, the destruction of a groundquake.
I love you!
You too, sugar. Anyway, my point is this. Makeb's got a bright future, and you're its stars.
I meant what I said. All of it. The Ark is safe, and we'll soon have it ready to fly. We've earned a moment to celebrate. Especially you.
Anything that gets you closer to the Republic, right? Are you hoping I'll endorse you for Supreme Chancellor?
I sincerely hope I haven't offended you. I'm merely expressing my gratitude.
Give it a rest, Uncle.
We finally have mighty Toboro the Hutt's attention. Calling to congratulate us, old friend?
You're not much of a salesman, Toboro, but I've always wanted to see a Hutt grovel. Can you actually bend over enough to kiss the ground?
Spare us your empty threats, Toboro. Makeb is doomed, and the Ark is our only escape. If we give it back, we're all dead.
Do you honestly expect us to believe that? You've been lying since you arrived on Makeb.
No caballero nikuseo puño. La joba non botafa. Avatikuna chido nignanoria. Unijoka nucha. Chikawa una chichitua.
I recognize where that droid was attacking. Tarlum. It's a small city without defenses. I'll summon a shuttle to take you there. Please, save my people.
The easiest way to solve all our problems is frying that Hutt.
We can't focus on revenge right now. My citizens are in danger. I'm sending an emergency signal to the Republic. We need a science expert down here. If Toboro's telling the truth about Isotope 5, we're still stranded, and that Hutt's going to slaughter us all. Hurry to Tarlem and stop his droid.
What's the galaxy coming to? Hutt's invading, planets cracking in half, and now whatever it was. Somebody tell me what that was.
It appeared to be a droid, Mayor.
Here I was, thinking it was a shiny Wookiee on stilts wearing turbo lasers for a hat. A droid indeed. Who the blazes are you?
I'm one of the Republic's top experts on Hutt smashing. Or whatever. My point is, I'm the best.
What a relief. Thanks for gracing us with your presence. This mesa's already collapsing. Now, I've got wounded people everywhere, and all the working shuttle pads are outside town.
Unless you can evacuate people with your mouth, I suggest closing it and getting to work.
Thanks for the advice.
Mayor, we're getting it. The Hutts are landing reinforcements, mercenaries, and more of those droids.
Lovely. I'm the one-legged woman at the droid kicking contest.
They're holding the shuttle pads. We'll never get off the mesa unless someone drives the enemy off.
It's a big mesa. Surely there's another way off it.
Those droids are fast, and their weapons have enough kick to take us out from a distance. If you can't handle them, we're dead. Just clearing off the pads isn't enough, though. We need to stop the Hutts from landing more reinforcements until we've all evacuated.
We could erect energy shields, Mayor. Cover the pads so they can only be used for flying out.
Solaire, you're actually useful. If we got you some energy shields, could you set them up at each landing pad?
Can't you just run for it once the shuttle pads are clear?
Our wounded move too slowly. You've got to buy us more time. Gather the wounded, prep for evacuation on the double. We are leaving.
Take these energy shields. Activate them at the landing pads. Good luck.
That's far enough, thank you. I recommend you tread carefully, Captain. I'm not the Void Wolf, and this isn't some outlaw showdown.
Please, the next groundquake could destroy this mesa. Kill us all.
Then let's keep the negotiations brief, hmm? We've done no harm to these people. All we seek is the droid's Isotope 5 power supply.
You're not taking anything. We destroyed that droid. We're keeping whatever's inside.
He's not bluffing. He'll kill me.
No time for debate. Let us have the Isotope 5 or we'll be forced to execute the prisoners. I'm sure no one wants that.
Whatever your mission is, it ended the moment you crossed me. Drop your weapons or die.
We cannot return empty-handed. If we must die, it will be as soldiers. Kill them!
The Imperial warned you this would happen. Why couldn't you just let them go?
I never meant for this to happen. I thought I could stop him before he pulled the trigger.
We'll have to leave the bodies. We barely have enough speeders as it is. I should contact Shalem. Let him know we're bringing wounded.
Thank goodness you're... Wait. Where's Mayor Erkins?
We have more problems than Toboro. Imperial forces came here to retrieve samples of Isotope 5. They killed the mayor.
What a loss. And now we have the Empire to contend with.
We're ready to evacuate, but many of our people were wounded in the attack.
We've established a medical triage center. I'm sending the coordinates, Solaire. Get your people to it. I've also relocated to a new camp near the Ark construction site. I'm transmitting coordinates. Meet me here to plot our strategy.
Don't make this any more complicated than it has to be. Point me at Toboro and I'll put an end to him.
If only it were that simple. A Republic engineer just arrived. He's analyzing the Ark schematics now. Get here as soon as you can.
Ah, you're here. Good news. Tarlem's refugees evacuated safely, and no fresh reports of Toboro's droids. You bought us time, and we'll need it. This is Gazadar, one of the Republic's top engineers, and a brave man for coming down here.
Captain, I was working at the Republic shipyards you saved from the Void Wolf. Any chance I could get your autograph or a few hours to explore your ship?
I thought you were a scientist. Sounds more like you're running for the Senate.
I'm good with machines, but people are my real passion.
Gaz just made it through the analysis of the Ark schematics. I'm sad to report that Toboro wasn't lying.
The Ark was specifically built to run on Isotope 5. It's the only energy source capable of pushing that massive vessel through Makeb's atmosphere.
Those war droids Toboro sent to attack Tarlum also ran on Isotope 5. Maybe we could convert their power cores into fuel?
You'd be acquiring it in such small amounts that we'd never get enough before Makeb's core goes critical.
Then we need the real brains behind the Hutt Cartel's operations here. Dr. Juvard Ilip Ogorab. And we know where he is.
Whoa. The only 5-time winner of the Bayodur Science Prize is on Makeb? Are you saying he designed the Ark?
Probably those droids, too. Dr. Ogorab has been holed up at the Sanctuary Research Complex since before his people invaded. If anyone knows about Isotope 5, it's him.
Why would a Hutt scientist help us at all? Isn't he with the cartel?
Dr. Ogorab is well respected across the galaxy. For a Hutt, he's pretty reasonable. The Sanctuary Research Complex is one of the most advanced experimental laboratories in the galaxy. It's on an isolated mesa completely under Hutt control.
There's no telling what sort of defenses a genius like Dr. Ogorab has there. And you'll be going in blind.
There are data access terminals on Sanctuary's testing grounds. Try accessing one. It might let you disable any unwelcome surprises. Otherwise, good luck.
I don't care how well defended Sanctuary is. I'm tougher. I'll have Dr. Ogorab back in time for dinner.
I have no plans to feed him. It would cost a fortune.
And please, for the love of science, don't hurt Dr. Ogorab. I didn't bring a way to preserve his brain.
It's high time you Republic agitators showed up. Toboro and his brutes have this entire facility captive. I was wondering if you'd ever bother liberating it.
I'm not here to free anyone. Unless by liberate, you mean throw in binder cuffs and drag away for questioning.
Not everyone here serves Toboro willingly. This was an independent research facility before he blundered in. There are many on this mesa being forced to work as slaves. We would be honored to aid your attack. We possess detailed data on the lethal security grid Toboro installed across the mesa. We'll help you destroy it so you can enter the main complex, and we can escape.
If you know how everything works and you're on the inside, can't you deactivate the grid from there?
Like my peers, I am confined to my laboratory. It required considerable ingenuity just slicing this comm channel. I am transmitting data on several key objectives. Each will provide you ample opportunity to convey your displeasure with Toboro. Stand by. Follow those instructions precisely. You'll not only gain access to the main complex, you'll destroy Toboro's security grid. We'll speak again when you breach the main complex entrance.
Toboro's security grid is down. We're entering the main complex.
Splendiferous! You've eliminated many of that bully's unforgivably barbaric thugs, but more remain inside the complex. Once you've eliminated them and disabled any internal defenses, we will evacuate Sanctuary. Your heroics are most appreciated, and we will return the favor. It is obvious you came for the illustrious Dr. Ogorab. We're transmitting his coordinates so that you may quickly find him. Best of luck.
Yo canta patachawa vermo, moki ile mawata. La joba num botafa, abatikuna chitu nik na nolia.
Zobe chuta, kasoya rikoi, radoe tapa chapapa.
Don't mind me, I'm just enjoying the show. I never knew how big Hutt's nostrils could flare when they get upset with each other.
Tuti puna puna, manki kapuk, nume slimo.
Ochimo. Uban chome aliba isti patoga.
Churlish nincompoop. You can see why I was forced to lend my brilliance to your assault. I'm glad you're here. My apologies for the earlier subterfuge. A necessary contrivance. Toboro seized control of my defenses and was watching me closely. But I am no one's prisoner.
You know why we're here. Millions of innocent people will die if we don't get the fuel for Toboro's Ark.
Then you have come to the wrong place.
Toboro took every microgram of it, including the Ark's fuel rods that I constructed. We have complementary goals. You want what Toboro possesses, and I wish very much not to die here. Provide me with transport off this doomed planet. I will aid your efforts to recover the Isotope 5 fuel rods that power Toboro's Ark.
Tell us where the fuel rods are, and we'll consider your offer.
What you seek lies within Toboro's private fortress. That part is elementary. Accessing it will require abundant artistry. I have a personal shuttle here. It's large enough to accommodate us all. Thanks to you, it can now fly. We should leave before Toboro sends an army to kill us. Take me to your allies, and I will explain what must be done.
Doctor, it's such an honor. I'm so glad we weren't forced to kill you.
The jury's still out on that. If he doesn't start being useful quick, he'll be a permanent resident.
I am a living repository of boundless knowledge.
Now that you're here, what can you tell us about Isotope 5? How does it fuel the Ark?
Isotope 5. Toboro's great discovery at the center of Makeb. Something truly unique in all the galaxy, and worth destroying this planet to obtain. Imagine a substance as light as shimmer silk, but stronger than durasteel. It distorts gravity and electromagnetic fields so predictably that it can be refined into fuel. Isotope 5 has limitless potential to remake this galaxy. Those droids you battled were first-generation prototypes. Playthings.
Stop making excuses for your shoddy workmanship. I trashed your playthings, and I'll break anything else Toboro throws at me.
Sadly, I doubt you will encounter my more advanced designs. I crafted a beautiful set of Isotope 5 fuel rods to power Toboro's Ark. Some of my finest work, but you'll never see it. According to my data stream, Toboro has increased mining production to maximum levels. Makeb's destruction will arrive far ahead of schedule. You have a spacecraft, yes? We should depart immediately.
You never intended to help us. All you wanted was a way off Makeb before Toboro sent a hit squad after you.
No. I only became aware of the drilling increase during our voyage here.
The mining platforms are massive lasers drilling directly into the planet. Shutting them down would release core pressure and buy us time.
Attacking the mining platforms would be suicidal. Even worse, it might kill me. Wait. Why do I get the feeling you're serious?
You just confirmed our next move. Stay put and hope we make it back.
Death by Toboro or slow suicide with the Republic. Perhaps I have chosen poorly.
I fear it won't be as easy as flipping switches. The platforms and their control rooms will be heavily defended.
Everything on this planet has been an ordeal. I'd hate to break our perfect record. But don't worry, those drilling lasers are going offline.
If they don't, I doubt we'll see each other again. I'll have a transport to the mining platforms prepped for you immediately. Keep us apprised of your progress.
Thanks for the assist. Private Vandalic 8th Imperial Infantry. Might keep your distance. Insides leaking out.
You didn't come alone. Where's the rest of your squad?
Scattered around. Our forces were thorough. Droids especially. Not much time, so listen. Wasn't always Imperial military. Born on Makeb. Caught wind of the Hutt takeover, and volunteered for this. Defend my old home.
Either the Empire's getting sentimental, or it doesn't know your true loyalties.
Good for the mission. Knew the terrain. And the people. Orders were to steal Isotope 5. But I wanted to help your evacuation. Still have friends and family here. Shutting down drills, not enough. Need to open emergency release valves at primary control center. Reduce core pressure.
You expect me to believe an Imperial sacrificed his life to do something good? Admit it. You've got something else going on.
I don't owe the Empire anything now. Just Makeb. Use Slicer Spike in Control Center's mainframe. Override Hutt security lockout. Take control. Vent the core. Control Center's heavily guarded. Sorry, that part's on you. Please get my people off this rock.
When I take a job, I always see it through. Even when it's for an Imperial. I'll save your people.
Not Imperial anymore. Just a man. Wish I could stay.
Lambda, Gez, we're at the drilling site's primary control center. An Imperial soldier, an ex-native, told us to open the emergency release valves. He said it was the only way to release planetary core pressure. Do you agree?
Tectonic vibrations are still off the charts. Coranto Mesa just exploded. Good thing we're not there. Those drilling lasers were working overtime. The heat buildup beneath the planet's crust is massive. Venting the core would cool things off.
All that heat has to go someplace. Is there a way we could direct it to take out Taboro's forces?
Nice thought, but no. Normally, venting that much heat would cause an environmental catastrophe. But at this point, who cares? It's working. Readings show seismic activity falling quickly. That should buy you enough time to get the Ark's fuel rods.
I might have to revise my opinion of Imperial soldiers. That one was actually useful before he died.
We've had an interesting development while you were gone. Dr. Ogorob isn't the only Hutt on Makeb who's changing sides. The local Hutt Cartel leaders, minus Taboro, want to negotiate with you personally. Hurry back to camp and meet us in the diplomatic tent.
You sold us out to that maniac Taboro? Now that he's turned on you, we're supposed to save your skins? Incredible.
Had we known Taboro was insane, we never would have supported him. He is no longer Hutt Cartel. We formally shun him. However, in breaking ties with Taboro, we find ourselves stranded on Makeb with you. We are prepared to offer generous compensation for seating and cargo space aboard the Ark.
Cargo? Are you delusional? Your bodies take up more room than a dozen good people.
Ah, one of the Republic's greatest heroes. Just the person we could use to bring some wisdom and perspective to the discussion.
Wisdom's overrated, but I'm all about perspective. From where I'm standing, I heard someone mention generous compensation.
There is nothing they can offer to repay what they've done to Makeb.
Most revered Republic champions, my masters apologize for this unfortunate situation. Surely we can reach a state of mutually beneficial recompense and earn passage aboard the Ark?
My people deserve rescue. The Hutt Cartel's leaders can't just beg their way out.
Shalem's right. But these are the most powerful Hutts in the galaxy. We can name our price to save their lives, and think what that means for defeating the Empire.
They'll say anything to get what they want, and the minute we turn our backs, they'll stab us.
They wouldn't dare. You hold all the power here. You can force them to commit their fleet to our side. Taboro has lost his mind, and these cartel leaders know it. They can't go back to him. They need us.
Honored Republic heroes, you are known for mercy and greatness. Can you find it within yourselves to forgive our profound error in judgment?
I don't know what holovids you've been watching, but mercy isn't something I'm known for. In fact, it's pretty much the opposite. Let's start with you begging for your lives.
Honored Republic negotiators, my masters will happily continue debasing themselves, but Makeb's time grows short. If you provide safe passage for my masters and their cargo, they will fully commit the cartel to an alliance with the Republic. Surely you find this agreeable?
You'll commit a lot more than fully. The cartel cost the Republic time and credits that could have been spent defeating the Empire. We'll need your technology, your mercenaries, your warships, and your money. Keep giving them until we tell you to stop. That's our offer. Take it or leave it. Your masters can enjoy Makeb's destruction from front row seats, for all we care.
My masters wish no further hostilities with you. The offer is accepted without condition.
I think you're the first in galactic history to force the Hutts into a deal they can't afford. Now all we need are those fuel rods. Dr. Ogorob is with Shalem. You should coordinate with them.
The cartel has deserted you, Taboro. You have no allies left. Don't be a fool. Give us the fuel rods.
I think you're overestimating your real estate, Toboro. When this planet goes, you're going with it.
That inbred imbecile has abandoned all sanity. You will have to take the Ark's fuel rods by force. His palace is a testament to my artistry. I poured my spirit into designing lethal defenses. I also left myself a private entrance inside.
A secret back door? I'm starting to like you, Ogorov.
My charms are legion. Toboro will have far more than my inspired designs guarding him. His most lethal soldiers and Isotope 5 droids patrol every corridor.
We'll hold this position until you get back.
Without those fuel rods, millions will die. If you can't get them, I'm canceling your parade.
You have people with blasters. Throw a few of them at Toboro for me.
My followers aren't soldiers. They'd only get in your way. And die.
You now have coordinates and the security code to my secret entrance. Once you're inside, contact me for more information. Don't die.
Your hidden entrance appears to be unguarded, Doctor.
Of course. Toboro doesn't even know it exists. He has no eye for such exquisite detail. He is also despairingly predictable, and almost certainly ranting away in his throne room while clutching the fuel rods to his bosom. I am transmitting procedures to defeat the security protocols separating you from Toboro. Follow them precisely. I'll be unable to reach you via holo after this.
What if we need more information from you?
If you use my instructions, you won't. The palace employs transmission dampers to prevent unauthorized transmissions. You will be on your own, I'm afraid. A last word of advice. Toboro asked for some rather unorthodox droid designs. It's possible he actually built a few. If so, good luck with them.
Yona, Liska Chananga Wachi, Kospaini, Hontinka. La joba numbo tafa, avati kuna chido niknanolia.
All your friends just surrendered to us. At this rate, Hutt will be a Republic world by next week. Enjoy the irony.
Java dumpa stupa, ma kisa, unchimo. Uban chone alipa isti patoga.
How do you plan to kill me, Toboro? Your awful breath? Or rolling over?
Liga gusha do pomichuba. Tumta zuza neko. Inada noila okatau. Sasalus. Indi yayo bana pi. Doha. Ras. Kanuta pelotkas puta. Bonna pakisa. Te kaya shrekkurolla. Uoska kwa bobana. Hunnijoka. Nutsa. Chikawa una chichi tua.
Oh, no you don't. Nobody kills you but me. The Ark's fuel rods, as promised. Toboro's gone, along with his entire supply of Isotope 5.
The whole planet felt it. Lambda says the explosion triggered a chain reaction in the planet's core. If you have unfinished business, better make it quick. I'll take the fuel rods and get our people to work installing them. I left a shielded shuttle here at the camp. It's your ticket off Makeb. The rest of us are taking the Ark.
This has been quite a vacation, but I think it's time to go home.
And for us to find a new one. I hope we meet again on Keylander Station.
The fuel rods are in place. Power levels are at 80%. I hope it's enough.
have to be. Lembda says there's a fissure opening directly beneath us. We're launching before the mesa collapses.
You're safe. When our scouts reported the catastrophe on the surface, we feared the worst.
When have I ever let down the Republic?
There's always first time. I'm glad it wasn't today. Please meet me in Keylander Station's conference chamber. We have much to discuss.
The Supreme Chancellor requested a meeting.
Welcome back. I was informed that you survived a terrifying ordeal. You have my deepest admiration. Ah, here they are.
Millions of hungry mouths to feed and nothing to show for it. You pledged Makeb to us, Shalem, and you knew it was doomed.
We had no idea the planet was that unstable. Our offer was made in good faith.
My uncle is a businessman, Chancellor. But in this case, he's telling the truth.
You knew the groundquakes were getting worse. You used the Republic, knowing we'd be obligated to help your people even if you had nothing to offer in return.
They didn't know Makeb was doomed, only that the groundquakes were increasing after the Hutts took over. They didn't voice all of their suspicions, but they were trying to save lives. Would we have acted any different?
That hardly matters now. This is a debacle. We came here seeking resources to defeat the Sith Empire. Instead, we're walking away with debts and obligations.
What about the Hutt leaders? You negotiated a peace agreement with them, didn't you?
Hutt promises aren't worth the time it takes to hear them lie. They're all scum. We can never trust them.
I have no intention of trusting them, but I'll exploit their fear of you for all it's worth. Only the cartel leaders who needed rescuing agree to this alliance. Fortunately, they possess most of the wealth and power. They'll neutralize any holdouts. With our new friends' wealth and warships, we've gained a substantial advantage over the Empire. That doesn't address the problem of Makeb's people, however. I need a solution.
It's time for the Republic to wipe the Empire from the galaxy. Everyone who has chosen our side will play a role. The Hutt Cartel will place its warships under our command, and the people of Makeb will find new homes in our armies and factories.
You said the Republic would help us, not make us indentured servants.
I never thought... How can you treat us like this?
It's better than the alternative, and you should be more appreciative. Dismissed. You've made the best of an unfortunate situation. Well done. The Hutts want to be on the winning side of this war, and you've shown them who that is. We have you alone to thank for this alliance.
People are naturally drawn to me. I think it's because I exude confidence and power.
No one could ever doubt your audacity, Captain. Which is why I must continue to request your services. For too long, the Republic has wasted time reacting to the enemy. We must fight this war to win by going on the offensive. Savor this victory. Return to the war's front lines and press our advantage. Together, we will be triumphant.